The Mario Kart World Direct just released, and this was the game's chance to prove if it was worth $80. So that's what we're looking into today. I'll be analyzing the Direct to find out if the game is really worth the $80 price tag. Let's begin. The first thing they talk about is the courses, and these all look really good. And part of that is because of the improved graphics, but the concepts are also really cool, and I'm looking forward to all the new tracks. The retro tracks are also a pretty good selection so far, but I hope they stay relatively true to their original form. I think the tracks will be very good, but that alone doesn't justify the price. There's a lot of characters, so let's rapid fire. Confirmed returning characters are Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Yoshi, Toad, Koopa, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Wario, Waluigi, Rosalie, Napoleon, all the babies, Toadette, DK, Birdo, King Boo, Shy Guy, Jambo, Zakatu, Wiggler. Confirmed tour characters are Nabe, Hero, Wantable, Charging Chuck. And confirmed new characters are Castorman, Peggle, Gua, Piranha, Light, Chibi, Spike, Pokey, Peepa, Swoop, Rocket, Sidestepper, Cataquack, Sing by Conqueror, Pianta, Quinkoffer, Fishbone, Dolphin, Parabitty Bud. And a ton of costumes. Also, the carts are now lumped together, which is nice for new players and easier since the vehicles change, but I liked having the options. Overall, this is an upgrade from 8 just because of the roster, but the screen is definitely messier and the card selection is a minor downgrade. Then Nintendo talks about 24 racers, driving to the next course and stuff we already know about. And then they tease Rainbow Road, and I don't know what'll be in this cup, maybe other retro Rainbow Roads, maybe more space tracks, who knows. But I do think it's cool how we have to beat all the tracks for this. Still doesn't justify the price yet. Then Nintendo talks about Knockout Tour. So while there's not really any new info here, the Knockout Tour mode seems really fun. So with everything else so far being pretty good, I feel like the addition of this on top of everything else can justify $70, not quite $80 though. The item section is cool. I'm happy with all the new items, but that doesn't add too much. I am excited to use them though, and I hope they make it so you can get mushrooms in first place. That's like my number one thing for the items. That's all I want for the items. There's also a set your controller down mode. This is good for new players, but I don't really get the point of auto items. I guess there is one benefit though. You can use this feature so you can step away from Mario Kart and subscribe to my channel. If I get to 1,000 subs before the Switch 2 releases, I'll do a Q&A, and it also helps the channel a lot, so I'd appreciate the help. I like the idea of unlocking costumes through food, as long as this is not the only way to unlock things. I hope costumes are like this, and characters make you do something more than finding a food bag on the map. The new moveset is pretty cool. The charge jump is Nintendo saying stop snaking, you don't need to anymore. And I feel like this is pretty cool, and I think this will add another layer of skill to the game. This is also how you wall ride, which is really cool, and it's like anti-gravity anywhere, but only for a few seconds. I don't know how practical it is, but I still like the wall rides. Rewind is stupid though. If you're in free roam, then you can turn around and try again, and if this is an actual race, it sets you back. This isn't only single player, so like, why even bother? Time Trials works how it always has, and I really like Versus because you can pick between traditional and driving between the courses. There's also up to 4 teams now, and everything else seems the same as 8, so this is a minor upgrade. Battle Mode, on the other hand, is a downgrade. They only mentioned Balloon Battle and Coin Runners. For Balloon Battle, all they had to say is you can play it traditionally and it would have been an upgrade. And if you watched my Switch 2 predictions video, you know how I feel about Coin Runners. Coin Runners could die. What I'm most upset about is that there's no other battle modes confirmed. Shine Thief or Renegade Roundup would be pulled straight from 8, and there's so much potential for new modes. And I feel like battle mode would have helped justify the price a lot, but from what we know now, battle sucks. Then there's free roam, and I love the concept for this, but they just have to add more than random collectibles. While I would love a full story mode, even if they just had like a mini story in free roam, that would be great. Just something to unlock the characters or get achievements, or just something more than these random collectible side challenge thingies. I'm really glad this is here, and this and Knockout Tour definitely make it worth $70, but I'm not sure about $80. The multiplayer is just standard. I don't really know what else they could do with it. The only thing I would want is 4-player online rather than 2, but other than that, I'm happy with it. I do think Nintendo will try to push game chat in the camera with this though. I think free roam online will be fun, and all the other stuff's pretty standard. The most interesting part of this section is when they take over this truck thing. So overall, the Direct was not as crazy as I thought, but it was still fun to watch. Anyways, now for the question. Is it worth $80? And the answer is maybe. If all we get's what's shown in the trailer, it's probably worth $70 in my opinion. Definitely a good game, but not quite worth $80. However, if they're hiding stuff like a story mode, mission mode, more fleshed out battle mode, or something along those lines, then I think $80 is worth it. Also, the Booster Course Pass with Mario Kart 8 was $85, and that's a port of a Wii U game, so I think Nintendo knows it's Mario Kart and it's gonna sell anyways. So right now, in my mind, it's worth $70, but it has the potential to be worth $80. So that's all I have. I'm very excited for Mario Kart World on the Switch 2, and I really hope this game lives up to the price. If you got this far, you clearly enjoyed, so I'd appreciate it if you like and sub. Remember, I'm doing a Q&A if I hit 1,000 subs before the Switch 2 releases. Anyways, if you want my thoughts on the Switch 2 Direct, click this video. Also, let me know if there's any videos you want to see about the Switch 2. Bye!